Hello! Not enough Halo Wars for you yesterday? Well, we got more. Today we got a show match between Darkangel and Aatrox. I just need to set up my little scoreboard, which I forgot to do. But basically, it's going to be one of these 50-pound show matches where the winner takes it all. Nothing too crazy about it. There you go. Just these two guys fighting a best of 7. Like I said, the winner takes all the 50 pounds. And we've got a special draft thingy going on today as well. So let's just quickly hop into that and take a look. They have no ban. That is what's interesting about today's event. So I'm personally super excited to see how that will go. It basically means that everybody gets a lot of the top leaders in there. With Darkangel having Jerome, Warders, Decimus, Pavium, Forge, Colony, Yap Yap, and Aatrox having the elites. He has Aatrox. Yeah, he's playing himself. He's got Cutter, he's got Kinsano, Isabel, and Anders. So interesting to see the split here. There's no Serena, there is no Johnson in this match. So we'll see how that does. I'm just super quickly set up the thingy. Scoreboard for you guys. Now we'll need Darkangel to be blue. And hopefully you can go ahead and host. Didn't see an invite thus far. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. This should be sick. Hope you guys are excited as me. Darkangel has just been challenging everybody that he can. And what he does is he gets tournament winnings and then he puts them up for show matches. And I owe him so many now. We're gonna have to actually squeeze in some during this next month where I said we don't have tournaments. So finally, I'll get to hopefully catch up with Darkangel's show matches. That's the plan anyway. Are we doing this drafting system to test if it would make sense? In the main league? I want to do it anyway, probably, because people complain a lot about the draft outcomes. Like, there would be a whole lot of, what's it called? Low-tier picks at all times in the larger matches. Because people just block each other's leaders, right? This is still mutually exclusive picking. But by removing at least the bans, it means that there's fewer low-tier leaders to play. So I think that should be interesting. Okay, I don't know why I'm not getting an invite. And Xbox is being its usual self. I can't join him. Okay, now I maybe can. He's playing a 2v2. Huh? What? Skirmish? No wonder I can't join him. Yeah, Aatrox and the elites. That's a really good mix, isn't it, Liam? I agree. I could technically click these leaders in real quick. So Darkangel has... Well, we wait, right? Jerome, Worry, Desi, Pav, Forge, Colony, Yap Yap, It should help with our overlay. Hey, that should be good. All right, let's take a look. So we can come over here and do this now. Haha. I like it. This tool is so nice. I really like it a lot. We just need to get Aatrox invited to our lobby now. First map is going to be Mirage, and I believe we can pretty much get started. There's no reason we couldn't. Yep, they're already going to be picking leaders. So for Mirage, out of these picks, I would really like Darkangel to consider Colony, and for Aatrox probably to go Cutter, as snipers are definitely the place. This is definitely a place for snipers. Spoils is not allowed. Combat spoils. Vortus does have a 70-ish% win rate in ladder at this level, so it's definitely one of the most unfair things in the game. We'll get Sean to add some stats at some point, right, on his website. I think that would be wonderful. Anyways, let's get this going. You guys go to Mirage, yeah? Kick this best of 7 off. Ladies and gents, welcome to a show match here between two high-level players. We've got in the blue color Darkangel playing as Vortus, and on the other side of the map in the red, returning from the dead, this is Aatrox playing as Arbiter. Now I'm really curious to see how he can do here. The winner takes home £50, and the winner does take all in this situation. And obviously they're fighting for a spot on our leaderboard as well. If Aatrox does defeat Darkangel, he just straight up takes his spot and knocks the man down by 1. Which would basically make Aatrox immediately S tier. So we'd see him in pro leagues only, which hopefully he will do. Now, Arbiter is a really good leader for the map in question, Mirage. Although maybe not my most favorite Estes leader. As for Vortus, he would be one of my favorite Estes leaders. However, he doesn't have access to combat spoils, because at the highest levels, that has around a 70% win rate against all leaders. And I don't believe he has a bad matchup on a map like Mirage in particular. So, yeah, that might be a bit of a tough one for Aatrox to go up against. But because there are no combat spoils, it shouldn't be as scary. So I think things should be fine-ish with that in mind. What I do consider really good leaders here is actually Cutter. Because you just get sniper control over the middle, and basically nobody can truly contest that. Now, leaders with ghosts are able to kind of fight off UNSC, but that's not relevant for this match, so we're not going to talk about it too much. I like a lot of the UNSC leaders really. Johnson is actually surprisingly decent if you can control the minis, but it does require some bunker level 2 stuff. Anyway, with Dark going into Brutes, that might not work out so great. Not against the ghost play. However, with that, there being so many grunts, maybe there's nothing to fear with that. Maybe there's nothing to fear. Now Aatrox is going for the all-out rush, as he's pumping those elite enforcers one after the other. And Darkangel, in the end, doesn't decide to get the middle mini. He has the free outer one, so as long as he can hold back home, everything will be fine. All he needs to do is survive against that ghost, pump out his suicide brutes. The grenadiers are pretty good if they get to explode near enemy infantry. Come on, walk. Walk closer. Ah, the barracks is already down. I'm starting to really worry about Dark here. He didn't open with enough choppers to really hold this. And Aatrox is smelling blood. This might be a very, very fast first game, ladies and gents. Now, choppers are coming in. But saving that extractor is basically out of the question at this point. Short of getting an infused mine to go off. Now the choppers here, but there's so many enforcers. I'm sure that Aatrox will get this at this point, right? Darkangel just has been brutally rushed. Aatrox is showing that he's not in fact rusty. Since he's returned, he's only played in one of our 2v2 tournaments. Went okay with him. Pairing up with Liam. Got second place in that. It was a Rising Star event actually, so it wasn't like against the pros. Wait, is Dark actually gonna hold that generator? Because if he does, he's got enough on the map to survive, right? 3 mini bases to 1. If the extractor stays, it's all good. All he needs to do is heal this thing. Can he do that? The choppers might actually have saved things, but nah. Aatrox just goes into Plasma Bolt, and that's probably game. Oh boy. Rebuilding all this. Now that's a tall order. Another infused mine is ready to go if necessary. He knocks the infantry into it, but not perfect timing. Does make it so that Aatrox does get away. Strong rush to start, man. That's bad for morale on Dark's end. Hell of a confidence boost for Aatrox, though. He's got more where that came from. Just need to destroy that Weak Harvester in the bottom, I'd say. Probably the right idea to do right now. Harvesters are definitely not coming up. Do we have a Mexican generator? Nah, but we do have a Mexican generator. That's exactly what we need. Once again, he's not detonating the mines with this, so if he runs into it, that's actually trouble. Darkangel's main base is just half HP at this point. We're gonna need to see some kind of healing for him here. But I don't think he wants to actually buy that. But he'll have to. There's no more goo. All the goo is gone. He sucked it up with the Grenadiers, and now I think the Enforcers will actually finish his main. That's it. That's it, ladies and gents. I'm not sure I love the Wardus opener here. Maybe it could have been better on like Frontier or something where there's you know, a slightly lower risk of getting bullied this hard. But Aatrox just played this very nicely as well, so props to him. must go choppers against those elite grunts, man. Like, they don't have mines. It's a huge weakness for them. And you support them with the grenadiers, that's great. But if you go grunts and grenadiers, you're gonna get owned. So, highly don't recommend that. This could have been better for sure. That's 1-0 for Dark. For Aatrox, excuse me. And Dark is gonna be picking the next map as well because of this. But you guys are right. It's not that bad. Because Wardus without spoils really isn't all that. It's just he definitely could have fought back harder by going Chopper Grenadier. Hell, maybe even upgraded Choppers. That's probably the safest thing you can do against a rush. Especially by an elite leader. What are they gonna do? Get Cloak? That's not gonna work. They would have to counter with their own ghosts or just turtle up and go tier 2. But if they do that, you have an opportunity to take out some mini bases with a handful of brutes in addition. Overbuy on the minis? To a degree. I'd say so. Who paid for this? Dark. That's what Dark does. Haven't you noticed, Yodesla? What he does is he goes and gets tournament winnings. Then he reinvests it into show matches. Therefore, he gets all the practice in the world. In a high pressure environment. Sometimes he wins it back, and you know what he does? He still reinvests it into show matches. He always gets himself the hardest opponents that he can realistically fight back against, right? Which these days is pretty much everybody. I think the only disheartening one for him has been Scoot. He's like a hard counter. Don't know how that works. But anyway, go to Frontier. Go. Welcome to game number 2. We're on Frontier, and Darkangel is going to be bringing Colony. A pretty strong leader, especially if you play low mini base count. You could do a nasty rush. Aatrox has Kinsano. So if it is some kind of rush business, then, you know, early Jackrabbits could technically hold. But if you play with skid choppers, those could get bonked pretty hard by them. So Aatrox, in fact, is just going to go Marines. He's got 4 of them. And, you know, he might get some of the power on the map here. But I think this one should more or less belong to Dark. Aatrox is gonna go and get that one. The Dark is taking all the others so far. Double front mini base. We'll see if there's gonna be a raid camp, but so far it looks like no. Aatrox is just going classic all pads. Oh wait, no, that's a barracks. So that kind of signals there's going to be a whole lot more Marine infantry. Maybe snipers. I think the move for Dark is definitely skid choppers. Let's see if he does it. Especially if he has 4 minis, that should be the move. Maybe chopper Suis. Hellbringer drop. Okay. No red line then. And indeed, it's gonna be skid choppers. Mass skid choppers. Some suicide ground support never hurts. And he's gonna be adding in the raid camp. Twitch chat is the harshest critic. They don't like Dark taking show matches. But actually, he did win one of the recent ones. Which one was it? I'll have to look it up. Perhaps if somebody wants to scroll through the Metaplays show match list, you can remind me. Tell you what, while Aatrox is destroying this, I'll just quickly pull up Dark's profile, yeah? Just let it happen. Huh? Well, the choppers are getting wrecked. We'll just keep following this group. As I quickly find his thing. Ah, he's defeated he's defeated Mar recently. That was pretty good. I remember that. Aatrox is still bullying him. This is why you need suicide grinds. Look at that clump of Marines. Imagine he hits that with 2 Suis. There are snipers, of course, to take care of that. And the Suis are now coming in, but in too low a number at once. And he's pulling them away, so they're gonna get sniped. Aatrox is just playing really well as far as micro goes. Well, now Aatrox has momentum. He's got 2 power nodes. So because Dark kind of fed Aatrox the choppers 1 by 1 or 2 by 2, I'm not entirely sure he can keep up anymore. Maybe if he can manage to get out a few more choppers and like have 4... He just lost more choppers. Okay. Yeah, if he had the numbers, then fine, but... Oh, Aatrox, what are you doing? Oh my god! He just lost everything! Okay, that turned around on a dime. That was insane. That... Poor Aatrox, man. He was really getting stuff done, but... Now he lost everything. Dark can come in to punish the mini bases, right? Just do a colony drop. Oh no, this kid got sniped. That's a high-risk move by Aatrox. Like, imagine if Dark just clicks it onto a chopper in time. And you wasted your grenades. But hey, the ramps here are paying off. Once the infantry numbers are low, it's definitely worth considering. Because you're just absolutely on them. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Aatrox is going tier 2. But he's gonna be bullied now with the gorillas in play. It's a heavy supply pad too, so annoying to lose for sure. Chopper should be able to take on these Marines just fine if they dodge the grenades. Ouch. Well, Aatrox already has Flame Hogs. Surely that doesn't mean he can protect the mini base, right? That would have been crazy. But he'll certainly get the kills. Darkangel has an expo. And he's going tier 2 as well. All the harvesters are upgraded. He's taking over the power nodes. Aatrox is going to have a bit of a tough time. I started to add Nightingales as the first priority. And I suppose Kinsano is going to be next. He's going to have turrets back home to defend against nonsense. However, Darkangel is extremely rich right now. I would love to see a third base from him. Although overextending against Kinsano can always be problematic. Focus Beams is getting upgraded. I'd love to see Capitano. I'd love to see a third generator on the second base. And the Cyclops is now being trained. Kinsano's Cyclops, that is. It will be a moment before that becomes useful against that many choppers. I like the addition of the Cyclops. I mean, Aatrox is just doing the make a little bit of everything strat. Which can be pretty good. I'd really love to see from him as a second base. Oh, he's got combat tech Marines. He really is doing the make everything strat. It'll be a moment until that hero is useful. You have to have both upgrades. Right now the choppers are going to take the fight. I'm not sure they should. That Kinsano hero with the Nightingale together, that might be a lot. Especially with the drop turret support and all the drops coming online. This definitely was a trap. Had Dark engaged, which I'm glad he didn't. He would have been destroyed here. Getting caught by a flame wall would have been disastrous. Flame Hogs are covering the Marine there with their missile attacks. Aatrox is going to have free power nodes. His second base is coming up as well. He's starting to be rich himself, working up to that 5th point for the big drop. Dark did get the extractor. I specifically said to do it here because you don't want to get Infernoed on the main with 3 generators on it. But it doesn't look like Dark is quite ready. Like, only Taunt is getting upgraded. He's out of position. At least he has turrets, but no shield to hide under. To be fair, Dark doesn't have to worry too much about incoming damages just yet. Flame Wall on the units, rather than the extractor that's sitting right there. That's odd. And Capitano comes in. They will shut this down probably for now. Choppers are definitely old news by now. It's a decent army by Aatrox, and if he drops in the big boys, which is now, a little afraid for Dark here. What Aatrox didn't do is drop it on top of his own army. Like, this is one of those cases where you do want to do that. You don't care so much about the stun, but if you can get the Hell Charge buff on everybody, that's a big play. There's a lot of weak units here. Nightingales have to work overtime now. Hellbringers get dropped in. Everybody survives just about, so that's actually very calculated by Aatrox here. Darkangel does teleport out, although his Capitano was still in good health. He might have been able to take out some of those vehicles. It'll be time to start losing buildings. Unfortunately, Dark is just a 22 population with infinity resources in the bank. So the spending just wasn't so great this time. Flame Wall is gonna melt all these rear buildings. Come on, Capitano, do something. Oh, we got the big drop here from Dark as well. But there's no space to unload one of the spirits. And that's coming down. But there's just too much Aatrox here, isn't there? It's picking off these Wraiths one by one, but now he loses the tank. Maybe Darkangel can hold on to the alive. Just barely. Locust is gonna go down. It wasn't the best. Like, these are long-range units. You'd want them to be safer when landing rather than wedged between the C units. Capitano might be able to survive just barely. It's gonna be super close. Taunt is in. But this Flame Warthog drop, I think he's gonna go down. And Dark's gonna tap out. It's a swift 2-0 so far by Aatrox, honestly. Got to commend the guy. Not bad at all by Aatrox. He's playing solid today. Like YT says in the chat, he's a monster. Once again, Dark is going to be the one choosing the next map. Be curious what else is left, actually. Just looking at these, I think Dark needs to pull out the Bedrock Pavium, to be honest. Like, it's time. The time has come. Let's make limousines. What would Aatrox do to counter that? Probably Anders could be a good idea there to handle the situation. I think that's fine. You wouldn't want the others for this one. But we'll see if he does that. Ah, Sean has got Liam covered. Thanks, Sean, for the gift sub. I think Dark is doing it. He is picking Bedrock, in fact. So I'll send you guys there now. Right, welcome to Bedrock. Darkangel is gonna be going yap. I really predicted him going for Pavium instead. Never materialized. He loves Pavium here. I don't understand. He even has the leader. Why not pull it out? Because he could just print his little limousines, right? And that would do wonderful work. But I guess he wants to do a mini base deal and rush strat, which could work out, right? That's what you're doing. I hope so. Of course, from Aatrox, we should expect the early hero. Choppers, when you fight each other, they gotta be wiggled a little bit, but when there's a grunt as well, I don't think Yap Yap is taking that. Aatrox is prioritizing the mini base purchases this time. Dark has an opportunity here to steal this too. He should. He's not gonna do it. Ah, he looked away. You know, he nearly had the resources and he was hesitating. I think if you're like 170 resources, you just fixate your eyes on this, wait a few seconds, and you'll have it. Would have been good. Anyway, he's got his raid camp now. Aatrox is going double extractor. This is high risk. The hero will come, but it might be too late. You'll have to get that hero on one extractor upgraded. The other one will be weak. And Dark has an opportunity now to go in with his Grunt Riders. There's going to be choppers as well, so they can definitely keep that hero at bay. Aatrox is getting too greedy for sure. It'll be like 40 seconds until that hero is anywhere near the base to defend it. You know, these guys are going to be hammering the generators already. This could be pretty good. Chosen is still not out. There's already gonna be a second brute in the base. Dark keeps this up. With 3 of them, he could take the hero, right? Especially the baby one. Plus the choppers. He's just got to react to this. He's got... Oh! The ram is good. Can you ram him into the mine? Probably not. And the upgrade's in. Still got the shields. Aatrox is microing. Can always retreat to the garrison. Right? Oh, if the chopper rams come through now, maybe not. So far, so good. Okay, cannon fodder is in there. There's gonna be high tension. No more brutes coming. There's only cannon fodder. I think Aatrox has got it. He's got the hold. Insane. That is insane. He's got more than enough grunts to do whatever with. See, if Darkangel has the upper mini base as well, I think he would have had way more reinforcing brutes. Oh boy. I don't even think he can get that kill. Let alone the chosen. The knock into the mine needed to succeed. Without that, it was just not gonna happen. He even destroyed the mine now. Farming XP on these cannon fodder as well. He'll probably come out of this with 1 star, right? Nope. Not just yet. Well, Dark does have his minis still on this side. Only now building the last harvester, however. Second generator's coming up. Aatrox, however, is already well on the way to his tier 2 setup. He's got the front power node captured almost. On the side as well, this expo is nearly done. That's rough. can't be far away from 1 star now. How long is that gonna take? Oh, some grunt mines doing the work. Aatrox has his new base. He's going tier 2. Going countermeasures, interestingly, so he probably wants to go brutes here for the punish. Okay, those cannon fathers surely will get him to 1 star. There we go. It will be time for the next upgrade for the Chosen. That's on the way as well before this base gets upgraded, because there's still buildings to make. And it's not under direct threat. Already got a War Council for Dark. He's gonna get Marauders. Double War Council, in fact. Lots of blue. So I'd love to see a 3rd gen. And it's a sin that he doesn't have his 2nd base. The Chosen's coming in to wean him off any and all power towers. Aatrox is doing the 3rd gen thing. 4th gen. Whew. He's a rich boy. Got the Expo upgrade. Just really good macro overall. Dark. Still floating 2,000 resources. He's getting an Apex rather than a generator. Gonna be behind by the base, and it's just almost no way to come back from such a macro disadvantage. Double Foundry coming up as well. Fourth gen getting upgraded. Oh my god. Okay, what is Aatrox actually gonna make? He's not making units, man. He's just building. This EOD cosplay has gone on long enough, Aatrox. Got all the harvesters upgraded, I see. It's too much power for one man to bear. Do something with it. Okay, 3rd generator finally for Dark. It's gonna be Marauder Engineer. There was a Shroud, so that should shut down our boy over there. Maybe Dark is hoping to get this base with the 4th point drop. It could work. It's unlikely, but it could. Chosen might find a gobbo here to kill. 1v1, it's easy. But there's the big drop. Is it gonna be big enough? Because there's already a beam targeting them. Immediately, the fort wagon nearly went down. Of course, the Chosen can't do much here with the Shroud around. And Dark's engineers can fix the situation. Shield generator is now on the struggle bus. Aatrox is going to try to juggle it. Next one is already under construction. That needs to be quickly bonked. You are the Chosen from longer distance. Might be able to hit that brute or something. It's a good number of Reavers, so that should overwhelm the Shroud's defenses. And now the Chosen can open up. Dark needs to decide what to deal with, because Aatrox is already tier 3. His hero has infinity range. He's spamming Wraiths. That's what 5 nodes to 0 control will give you. Dark hasn't even touched them. Doesn't have a second base. Aatrox has a third base, man. Like, this is developed. 7 slots soon. I'm sure the Foundry goes down, but I think the existing Wraiths and the Hero are enough for this. Okay, Grunt Dome changes that a bit, but not for long. That goes down. The whole army is invulnerable now. Good targeting on that mine, by the way. And Dark gonna have to give that up. This is gonna be a pretty quick one, isn't it? Ouch. Well, I think Dark needs to do his Pavium strat, because that's probably his strongest play. He's kept it last. He'll need it. He'll absolutely need it. He needs to get to win. He needs to get the win. He needs to get a mindset reset. Creek, thank you very much for your Prime sub. Appreciate you. By the way, after this, we'll have a sponsor segment with a new game called Solar Expanse, which is coming into early access on the 9th of April. And it's a space colonization kind of game. Space exploration / colonization / terraforming. It's really interesting. We'll take a look at it for 2 hours. Might be longer than the show match. So far, it looks like it. I was preparing for it to be roughly equal, but I think Dark isn't having his best of days. I'm looking forward to that because I'm a space nerd. Not sure if you guys know this about me, but before I got into the video game industry, I actually studied physics, and I was considering to, you know, shoot for space research or theoretical physics. I wasn't entirely sure which I wanted. Either go to CERN or to ESA, but fate had different plans for me. Didn't like the maths too much. And video games were making me happy. So anyway, different path, but still have the interest, still follow the scene. So at least that will be a very easy game to talk about. What if I played Factorio instead? I mean, are they gonna sponsor us? Because this is a sponsorship. Can you get some cool space facts? Sure, we'll talk about it. I mean, one of the main objectives will be in the game to get a human landing on Mars. And one of the coolest space facts is actually, as of recently, this is a news from like a few days ago, actually a UK-based company has put together a successful experiment for a fusion propulsion drive, which is absolutely epic. So basically what it does is you have a small fusion reactor basically, and you exhaust plasma to generate thrust. And because this whole thing is so energy efficient, you generate just such vast amounts of energy that using plasma exhaust ends up being just 6-7 times faster than chemical fuel would be. So you would be able to cut down the Mars trip from 6-7 months to 6-7 weeks. 6-7. Space Vac. We'll talk about more later. Because these guys have picked a map, and I gotta cast Halo Wars. Not sponsored. Well, sponsored by Dark, actually. Everything's sponsored. Let's go to Vault. That's gonna be their next map, and the picks should be something mobile like Forge, or maybe Shippy. Alright, ladies and gents. This might be the last game. Darkangel really needs to get it together, but he's got a good leader for this one. Forge. One of the best on Vault. But Aatrox has a smart pick as well with Shipmaster. So, Forge's main thing is obviously the Forge Hog, and you escort that with a bunch of Jackrabbits or Marines, depending on your strat. But against Shipmaster with the super fast ghosts, you're probably gonna want to make a Jackrabbit so that you can keep up, and then ultimately you'll be going into a tier 2 with a whole bunch of pads upgraded, because it's so cheap for Forge to do, and you'll be able to triple pump Warthogs. But Shipmaster will have some seriously strong support with Spirit support. Those Hunters are basically invincible. Gonna do a fast tier 2 potentially. I wouldn't really recommend the Honor Guard opener against Forge, to be honest. Barracks from Dark. Where is the Forge Hog? It's not gonna make one. Aatrox is gonna do the Honor Guard thing. Sorry, I didn't check that mini base. Should have done. But he's gonna do the Honor Guard, and you know what? He will be right to, because this is an infantry play from Dark. He scouted it out. Pretty sure he saw that. Yeah, he saw the barracks, so it's perfectly valid now to go for the Honor Guard. You just dive into snipers if there are any. Dark's also getting support drone. If there was Forge Hog out as well, I'd be perhaps more comfortable with this. If it's just rabbits, the Honor Guard can more than handle himself, because these guys don't have that much damage to them. So they'll detect him if he goes cloaked. You just extract him out when he's low. You can slice these guys to bits. It's a lot of rabbits. I'm not sure Aatrox cares very much. This is not enough to destroy an extractor, right? It's enough to keep the guy at home with the hero. Good job shuffling those turrets around. Winning some shots there. But the other guard can absolutely dive this, right? Drive away Dark a little bit. Buy some time for the turret to come up. Right now, Dark is doing some really good reset micro on that extractor. Honor Guard has to rush this. But if he does the single slices, it's actually not enough to get the kills. There's some AoE to this, though. Yeah, the double slices are a one-shot. It's a little random there. Anyway, you protect it. Got some grunts in the middle to capture. It's gonna be difficult to deal with the Hellbringers, but there's plenty of time for those mini bases to be rescued. Just these grunts can't hold off all this on their own. Aatrox is getting very rich, so he better put down a third generator when he gets to tier 2. Second generator getting upgraded by Dark. He's very behind in tech. Honestly, Aatrox hasn't lost anything for this so far. He might lose this mini though. It's an okay trade-off, I'd say. Hopefully Dark doesn't get beamed. That would make it a very short show match. Hey, Aatrox isn't rushing a generator at all. Huh. No, Dark still has 2 power nodes. All in all, not too bad. But the Honor Guard reaches 1-star status. Looks like Aatrox's base will come up, no problem. He's now starting to add in some NGs. Dark's getting his third generator, new base and everything. It'll be a long time to tier 2, man. Ooh, finally, the time has come to make 2 generators at once. What is this build, man? Our boy was holding on for this for a long time. Okay, tier 2, finally. Hunter's kind of getting caught, but Hunters and Honor Guard, that's way too much for rabbits to play with. Get out of here, boys. Girls, actually, though. Jackrabbits have female drivers. Foundry getting added. Aatrox is managing his funds pretty good. Sure, he'd love to get that Honor Guard upgrade. Oh, he does look to be upgraded already. Still got the War Council up for, no doubt, the population upgrade. 2 stars. Man, the Jackrabbits give a lot of XP, actually. This is shocking. Reaver's getting made now. Grunt's doing a little bit of work over here. 3 power nodes for Aatrox is pretty good news too for him. His Doctor's gonna skip to tier 3 and do some vulture business. He absolutely could. I think Aatrox is preparing for it. He's already got some Reavers. When is Chechos versus Dark? Dark actually wouldn't challenge him because there's no room for him to move up in the ladder. Chetros is actually lower than Dark. So Chetros would have to challenge Dark. Which also would mean he would need someone to provide a prize pool. Dark is floating a lot of resources. Wow. Better go tier 3 now, though, seriously. Oh. Dark, come on. Tier 3. Let's go. Do it. What are these rabbits looking for? Do we have dispersion nozzles at least? No. We got grizzlies. There's still money for tier 3, Dark. Come on. Click it. Click it. Actually, grizzly plus dispersion hellblinger. That would be pretty good right now. A whole bunch of hunters here, and Dark can see actually. Thanks to those rabbits. There it is. Vision provider. But without Wolverines, it's going to be difficult to take care of all the air support. And I think just got picked off as well. And do remember, the shrouds do shoot down many of these tank shots. Dispersion Hellblingers are actually in. It's just they're not doing a whole lot. Because there's only 2 of them. Aatrox was ready for this with the Hunter upgrade and all. One of the Grizzlies is down already, and they're shooting a sensor tower. There's no protect. The engineers just out-healed everything. Aatrox has 4 of the 5 power nodes. Tier 3 is now on the way. 2,000 resources in the bank. Man, if Dark had that as units instead of resources, he'd be owning Aatrox right now, but that never happened. Now he is tier 3. Both are. Dark is swapping over to air. And the vulture production begins. And that's right, we didn't have a Forge-Hog. Imagine a tier 3 Forge-Hog with that drop. Plus some dispersion Hellbringers, plus some Wolverines. That would have been perfect. The boy's still 2-star, but if he chases down the Grizzlies, he could become 3-star. Which is better than 2. You heard it here first. Oh. Aatrox has had enough of chasing. Air upgrades coming in. Dark. Once again, floating a lot of resources. Where's the vultures, man? We're not making. Okay, we're making. Slowly. Still want to see that Forge Hog. Still not on the field. I have to say this pocket is a good place to hide. But at this point, Dark can definitely afford a training speed upgrade. Ideally, it wouldn't be found out by these Reavers. Although it's so obvious. When you do nothing as Forge, clearly it's an air switch, right? Hey! He got it. 3 stars. Unfortunately, there's no unit to use it on, so you'll have to hit buildings. You'll have to do. Buildings under construction fear him. pew, pew. Eventually it will go down. Okay, where's those vultures? Only 4. Okay, more are coming. It's 6 now. That's pretty good. Can at least destroy the shrouds. It's not gonna save ya. These will chase you to the end of the earth. Or the arc. Nice hits. Well, Aatrox is full pop. Oh, he's got a scarab on the way. Here comes the super turtle. Reavers are not going to be in the best spot there. They're getting nuked pretty hard. There's 2 more for him. And one of them stays alive by the skin of its teeth. This crab is out. Oh, he made it on the mini base. That's daring. Okay. Dark gearing up for 120 pop. Air level freeze coming in. Not sure if Aatrox is anywhere near. We got more nukes flying though. Pretty good takedowns on those hunters. Scarab gets discovered. Aatrox spots it. It does take 1 nuke to the chin. Displacement. No beam. It's just to go after the base. Nightingales will detect. Smoke is not going to be highly effective on the base, but you can smoke the scarab still. Why aren't we doing it? Dark! No! No! Should have smoked the scrap. Heavy metal is in. Should be able to destroy it now. Surely there's some nukes left. But if he waits too long, he'll turn on the shield again, and that's a destroyed fur generator. As I was saying, the shield's up. Now can't do anything about it for a second. Should still go after it now. I mean, those unicorn engineers are getting picked off nicely. Okay, come on. 1 or 2 more nukes. Dark is keeping the nukes for the next game. Okay, that one missed. On the guard is still fighting here, taking out the turrets 1 by 1. It's kind of brutal. Softening up the base for the next attack. Could be anything. Aatrox doesn't have units right now, so this is actually a little bit dangerous for him. Still plenty of Reaverinos. They lose targeting on it. No targeting at all. That didn't do much. Must be very highly upgraded. Dark has combat salvage, but he's not like heavily engaged right now in the fighting. I'm not sure I love this. On the guard still partying here. Will combat salvage actually do anything? Okay, 1 is down. And combat salvage is over, so any kills now will just... They're clubbed! The bombs are coming down too. Aatrox has to call out. He'll probably lose this base, man. Foundry is getting targeted. He doesn't have any more. Maybe on the third base he does, but not here. He's making another scarab. No, it's 45 base upgrade. What is going on, Aatrox? Okay, he is making another scarab. Oh, he has vision. He can destroy the war. Oh, it's not the right war count, so this is the 45 base upgrade one. Right. Should still destroy that. It's obviously making something. Okay. Upgrades cancelled, but the scarab will still come out. Right? No? Oh, it was over here! That's a base down, Dark. That's tough. But maybe you can destroy this one. Alright, it's a base trade. Situation's not too bad for Dark. But he still needs to deal with this scrab. The scrab is definitely problematic. Is he gonna... He's got everything it takes to destroy this other base too. While potentially defending at home. Yep, one nuke at a time. Oh, he's calling home. No, Dark! This is where you base trade. Well, the guard is gonna destroy this base solo at this rate. Unless the scrabs do something. I mean, the vultures do something about it. Aatrox's scrab is partying. Just stomping on the whole base. Air pad's getting destroyed. Dark doesn't have production because of that. Have to rebuild those. Gets the scrab. Saves the base. But now Aatrox will have to have time to rebuild Reavers. Should be able to survive this too. Oh, he loses the 3-star boy. I think he just used extract not long ago. That's why. There is another one. There is another one. No way. These most Reavers are down, but Dark has significant delay apparently. He's the host. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Dark does suffer from lag a lot more than most others. Well, this is great from Aatrox. Now he's going to be able to go back and forth between the portals. Luckily for Dark, he's on both locations. Of course, the portaling isn't going to help you with the nukes. They'll still connect. Aatrox, man. How long does this nuke chase it? Does he get through again? Nah. Oh! Just dodging the nukes as long as he can. Buying time. That's hilarious. Unfortunately, this one pops him out so far away from the actual portal, so he can't realistically hop between it. It's kind of funny. Dark space is destroyed nonetheless. And displacement doing its work. Scarab is now ready to stomp the main. If Aatrox so wishes. Oh, the nuke connects. I can't dodge that. Not forever anyway. Saves it for now. Dark's still at 100 pop, but I don't think he's gonna try a counterattack with only his main left. It's a tough situation to be in. Of course, Honor Guard is ready to party, so if he wanted to control that top base, he could. They're working on that veterancy, no doubt. Don't worry, Sean, I took a clip. Reaver's just peppering this from range. Just not sure Dark is gonna realistically be able to rebuild. Oh, he called in Grizzlies. What? They're all over the place. Where's the third one? Oh, here. The Grizzlies are gonna be nice to get rid of the Reavers. You just can't see them. And that should be all the vultures. Oh my god. So many Reavers. They can do this all day. I gotta say, these high levels of heavy metal though are insane. Oh, so much for the Air Force. I think he called GG. Yeah, he did. That's gonna be a full sweep by Aatrox right there. Darkangel gave it his best, but it just wasn't enough today. Aatrox gloriously enters the S tier on our leaderboard. Congratulations, and enjoy the £50 prize pool. So good effort by Dark. That was a very tough opponent in Aatrox. You know, the guy has been gone for very, very long indeed. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You can yo-yo indefinitely, but the nuke never times out, says Metalloid. That's right. It never does time out. Unless it accidentally hits something. Which I've seen happen before. Alright, GG's, boys. GG's. Should I throw in a bonus game? I'll throw in a bonus game of myself. Why not? Since that was so short. And then we'll do the sponsor segment. Alright, let's turn off this. Let's turn on that. We'll do one bonus match. The good thing about doing the yo-yo is that you get to recharge your Scarab shields, of course, and pop that for the next attack. So if it's far enough away, it takes obviously a lot of time for the missiles to travel, and you get to recharge your shields, basically. At which point you can just take it and keep shooting. So we'll do one bonus round, and then we'll go and play our sponsor game of the day. Thanks very much to Dark. I'll enter the results on our website after the fact. After the stream, and then Aatrox will be officially in S tier. No longer able to play Rising Star, but very welcome to Pro League. I particularly like that juggle though, that was hilarious. The other yo-yoing I like a lot myself is when people jump in and out of garrisons. I think that's amazing. Okay, am I gonna get searched out? It's taking too long. Somebody's definitely gonna search me out. Oh boy. I'm scared. Hold me, chat. As always, I'm playing random. Up against the Forge on Fishers. Not the easiest, I have to say. We're not going to be able to overrun their main, most likely. We're going to see ourselves. Just get some Marines out. Anders. It's not terrible. It could be worse. Cool. If we can just control the middle, I'll be happy. I don't think we'll need every single Marine in the middle. Oh, we pulled away all the freaking Sentinels. Unbelievable. Just doing our guy a service here. Who is this? Oh god. It's Aatrox. He's so lucky with the Sentinels there. They didn't aggro him. They aggroed me. He's here too? Come on. Oh, we'll need to get the other mini then. We'll get the power node soon enough. That's mine. And then we'll just get our hero out. Okay, good. And do we try to go for a barracks business? Maybe. Probably Lotus mining this one. And grenades. It's too much power. That's all we'll do. First we do grenades, then we do the Spartan upgrade. Given we'll have so many power nodes, it should be fine, but Ami got away with a lot more power than us, so a little worrying, to say the least. At least we'll have a power node advantage. A little bit of little power XP, maybe. Probably not. Okay, Spartan upgrade, good. Big bad miss. Second gen. Spartan nearly has the jump out. If we can get a nice little slam there, that would be great. Much easier said than done. Really baited that. Oh my goodness. He walked over it perfectly. All the timings were so good. At least he ate the mine, but I'm freaking toast. I am toast. We're gonna try to get a Spartan out again, but I've been toasted. Man, Amarante likes the weak targets. He doesn't play the tournaments, though. I am too weak. That's all this is. I am kind of kidding. Like, he actually works on the Saturdays, so he can never play, technically. That drop turret sucked. And I didn't recycle my buildings. So Redneck is right, that was cheeks. That was cheeks. To say the least. Well, he'll come back to destroy my mini now and just economically ransack me, really. I'm not gonna get my Spartan jump on him. It's just never gonna happen, is it? Maybe we can get a random kill over there real quick. Oh. That's not the entire army, we're good, but it's probably the entire army. Nope. He's going after the minis, so it's distracting him for a little bit. That's something. Oh my god, Amarante, you're wasting my time. Or I'm wasting his time, I don't know. Probably the latter. It's almost certainly the latter. Saw my mines. It was disastrous. At least we'll be able to deny the base, but at what cost? At great cost. He's eating the mines at least. Thanks for that. What do we even do, man? Arc defense, I suppose. There's no hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's no hope. It's already destroyed the pad. Oh boy. It's got freaking Kodiaks. The news couldn't get any worse. He'll destroy my pads and I have no income. Man, why don't we have Amarant in the tournaments, man? This is rough. Always use that minimum range to your advantage. No! He's wrecking my shit. Need to eat chicken rolls? You mean I do, right? Then I'll be stronger. Protein. He's dodged every jump I had. Alright, Ami, I'm giving up. This is too miserable. I'll try one more thing to attack his minis, but it will fail miserably, won't it? Oh, grizzly time. Alright. We'll steal one. We'll steal one. Holding on to dear life. Let's see if he walks into them. Kind of. Wasn't the worst. Except it was. Alright, GG. This is miserable. Okay, that was terrible. Never knew I was this good at Halo Wars. What do you mean? I just got slammed. That was ugly. That was terrible. What do you mean I'm good at Halo Wars? Amarante is good at Halo Wars, not me. Alright, GG Almi. Thanks for that. I need a good whooping. Or something.